I'm going to show you how I made this bracket that holds our 5-pound propane tank. Sometimes we do a project and don't produce a video on it, mainly because we don't think anybody be interested in it. We were totally wrong with this bracket because dozens of you have inquired about it. Here's how I made it. The tank, I don't remember what brand it is. It's just your typical 5-gallon tank. And I put this little pressure gauge on the side of it. It's not really super accurate, but it'll give you an idea when you should be refilling your tank. The tank holder is from a company called Power Tanks. I'll put a link to it down below in the video description. The main body of it is made of aluminum, stainless steel band that holds it in. One thing I don't like about it is this clamping mechanism right here. This has come loose on us twice already. Lost the nuts, lost a lot of the hardware off of it. So I just went ahead and made my own out of a bolt and some nuts. And it's been holding up great. It also has these little rubber stoppers to keep the tank from actually touching the aluminum and kind of cushion it a little bit. To bolt it to our bumper swing out, we first started with a piece of scrap aluminum we had laying around. This is 3/16 of an inch thick, and it bolts onto the back like this. Now we did have to drill a couple extra holes to accommodate these little knobs on the back of these rubber stoppers. They go through those holes like that. And these just get bolted on with regular stainless steel bolts and some stainless lock nuts. Now this piece of the bracket here needs to be fairly thick. I wouldn't go any thinner than 3/16 of an inch. Like I said before, this is a piece of scrap we had laying around, but you can find something like this in most of the big box hardware stores. But you do need it fairly thick. I'd even consider going to 1/4 of an inch thick because you don't want this thing bouncing around in the back of your vehicle, just slopping around like this. This needs to have some rigidity to it. Now this is probably stable enough, but here at Wanderlust, we tend to overthink things and overdo things. So I'm going to add a couple extra brackets just to give it a little bit more support. One going here, then one coming up from the bottom. Let's see, how's that go? Oh, that's backwards. Goes like this. And these brackets are held together, again, with stainless steel bolts and nylon lock nuts. You notice that I had to make a kind of a compound bend down here to kick it over a little bit. Now these bends that I made in these brackets were all done clamping it in the vise and just slamming it with a hammer. And all the cuts in this soft aluminum was made with either a hacksaw or a small handheld jigsaw. Now the bumper on the back of our 4Runner is made by CBI Off-Road, but a bracket like this could be adapted to pretty much any swing out manufacturer. We're going to be bolting it onto the side right here, right like that. And again, we will be using stainless steel bolts and nylon lock nuts. And that is on there pretty good. I also bolt this cable that holds up our table onto that bracket as well. This is a little LED work light that I made. It shines down on the stove and it gets bolted to the bracket as well. And there it is. It really is that simple. Now a little bit about the hose. Now one little bit of advice that I want to give you is this is stainless steel, braided stainless steel, which I really like. However, when you get yours, get one with a plastic coating over the stainless steel. This one does not, and I'm constantly getting little stainless steel slivers in my fingers. So that is why you see all this crappy looking silver duct tape on ours. This has got to go. Well, I hope this video helped you make your own propane bottle holder. And like Red Green always says, if women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.